The hats I'd owned before were $2 in Sunday. The hats in the window were 100 and new. Madame Vassery hired me on a Tuesday in 1946 on 5th Avenue. She said a hat is not a decoration. A hat is not a bow upon a box. A hat is an argument, my darling. A hat makes irrefutable your looks. She placed a cream pill box upon my fingers and tilted it above a nervous eye. I saw a debutante become a someone, the kind of someone no one could deny. My first commission sold that very pill box. She walked out straight, she walked out tall, she smiled. I watched the door swing shut behind her shoulder and thought I had been called by something mild. I stayed for 30 years at Vassery's. I sold the hats, I learned the arguments. Each woman who walked in became irrefutable before she left, and that has been my sense. The hat shop on 5th Avenue. The hat shop on 5th Avenue. And every woman walked out irrefutable. I wait beside the dumbwaiter at 7. The breakfast trays come up from 40 feet. I sing my scales into the shaft while waiting. The acoustics down there simply can't be beat. A napkin came up folded with the coffee, in handwriting I hadn't seen before. It said, try a B flat a half step higher. Signed, Chef Moretti, kitchen, ground floor 4. For 2 years every morning at the dumbwaiter, we traded notes on tempo, breath, and tone. I never saw his face, he never saw mine. We knew each other only by the phone of bone. That one again, please, on a Tuesday's order. Too fast, on a napkin with the soup. Now that's the one with the thumbs up in crayon. The best review I ever got, that troop. He retired before I got to Broadway. I never thanked him standing face to face, but every opening night I start by singing the B flat that he fixed from far below the place. Singing in the dumbwaiter the line. The 1st of September and the train is moving from grey Aldi, France into the south. My notebook empty, watercolors ready, the month ahead still waiting in my mouth. No Wi-Fi and no plans and no one calling, a house in the Lumière for 30 days. The landscape shifts from charcoal into amber as Paris slowly recedes from my gaze. And something in my shoulders has forgotten how to hold the whole weight of the year. The window fills with sunflower and cypress, and I am loosening, beginning here. When the lavender fields begin to appear now, I do not even try to hold it back. The tears come not from sadness but from freedom, the white impossible goldness of the track. Avignon, 1 hour and a quarter, enough time for the light to do its work. I take my watercolors out and open the notebook on the life I did not shirk. September train to Avignon, September train to Avignon, and a month of golden light entirely mine. I never photographed the city's only water, the view below the railing moving slow. Amsterdam's is dark green after winter, and Prague's is olive in the August glow. In Paris I have 7 bridge waters collected, each one a different grey below the sky. In Florence it was gold and it was braided, in Lisbon it was silver saying goodbye. 847 photographs of rivers I have held beneath my eye. I do not know exactly what I'm searching, I only know the water doesn't lie. And then in Porto in the early August, a man beside me asked what I could see. I said the water same in every city. He said I've been collecting those like me. He held the railing, I held up the camera. He didn't ask to be included in, but there he is, reflecting whose river lets the sunlight in. The girl who collected bridges. The girl who collected bridges. Found the same water. Found a face. Found love. The cafe at the end of the stone pier floats in September fog above the sea. 15 years of Septembers I have found it, and taken the same corner table, me. The same black coffee, croissant slightly burned. The same grey water going silver white. The waiter knows my order before I sit down. He knows the second order too, by right. Honey, the fisherman is 7 years gone. He pulled me from the water in July. I order him his coffee every autumn. The waiter brings it with a quiet eye. We set it at the empty wooden chair. I do not need to say what it is for. The sea does not ask why I keep returning. The fog does not ask what I'm grateful for. An hour by the water, and I'm ready to give another year my full assent. I leave a tip for both of us, for Renee, and walk back off the pier, and I amend. Café at the end of the pier. Café at the end of the pier. And the second cup is always full for him. The last thing I would pack was always last. The samovar of brass beside the stove. Before my mother's mother, it had stood there, a copper sun in the St. Petersburg cold. I polished it the way she used to show me, with the soft cloth moving in a slow round arc, and in the copper something rose toward me, a face I recognized out of the dark. Before the war, she's laughing at the camera, round-faced and young and unaware of grief. She doesn't know what decade is approaching. She only knows the Samovar and tea. I brought it home to London in October. I set it on my kitchen windowsill. The first time that I brewed the tea inside it, the flat smelled like St. Petersburg, and still I called my friends, the ones who never met her. I brewed the tea and told her through the night how she had laughed, how she had loved the amber of autumn light on copper going bright. My grandmother's samovar, my grandmother's samovar, and she is in the room, she is in the room. His white suit hangs a little long on me. The veil is soft, the gloves are someone else's hands. I walk across the morning dew of Provence toward 20 hives I almost understand. The first frame lifts, the honey golden heavy. The bees move slow, not knowing I have changed. My hands are shaking, but the bees are steady, and something in the stillness rearranged. He never told me why he loved this work so. He only showed me how to hold the frame. And now I understand the showing matters more than any word could ever name. I pull my veil down, speak to them in French now. I tell the hives my name, I tell them who, I tell them that he's gone the way he asked me. The bees must know, he said, they'll grieve him too. The hive hums back the way a father answers, a low and amber sound without a word. I am the beekeeper's daughter, standing in a suit too wide, and I have been heard. The beekeeper's daughter in white. beekeeper's daughter in white, and the hive says, welcome, welcome home. The borrowed pearls were cold against my collar. The Blue Note stage was smaller than I dreamed. The piano player smiled behind his glasses, and nothing was quite exactly what it seemed. He leaned into the intro, whispered softly, they came to hear you, that is what they want. I took the microphone with shaking fingers and let the music choose my every font. By the second bar, the room was holding its breath the way a room does when it knows something is arriving through the body that only happens when the song just goes. 3 women in the corner booth were crying. By the time I reached the bridge in song 2, a man in the back stood up, and then another, and nothing I had planned had made it through. The record man came after with his card then, but what I kept was what the old man said. They came to hear you, 4 words in a whisper that I still say to myself before each thread. The Blue Note 1957. The Blue Note 1957. And they came to hear me after all. At 6 o'clock, she opens up the shutters, her hands already knowing every stem. The Rue des Martyrs, barely even breathing, and Madame Colette is at it again. A tulip leans too far, and she discards it without a word, without a second thought. The peonies go white into the bucket, roses are positioned, bought and caught. A journalist with notebook and a question. What have you learned in 50 years of this? She pauses, wrist deep in the wide arrangements, and says a sentence I will not dismiss. A flower does not apologize for blooming. It simply opens to the available light. Neither should you, she said, and turned the asters and said no more, and got the angle right. Red line I've put in print so far, and every time a winter makes me smaller, I think of her and peonies and the bar. The florist on Rue des Martyrs, the florist on Rue des Martyrs, and the flowers do not apologize. The ferry left at 6 into the evening. The Volga broad and silent as a field. The villages of Russia slid beside us, their white church domes refusing to be stilled. An old man on the deck took out his instrument, a river song that had no certain name. The passengers came slowly out from cabins, and nobody spoke, and nobody came. The forests on both banks were red and golden, October doing what October does. And I had lived in Moscow for 20 autumns, and forgotten that my country looks like this. The birches caught the last of it, the daylight. The water held the sky and let it go. We stood together, strangers on a river, watching Russia in the undertow. By Yaroslav, the old man's song was finished. He packed his instrument without a word. stood alone until the dock was steady. The most Russian I had felt in years occurred. The river road to Yaroslav. The river road to Yaroslav. And Russia, gold and white, came back to me.
The hats I'd owned before were $2 and Sunday. The hats in the window were 100 and new. Madame Vassery hired me on a Tuesday in 1946 on 5th Avenue. She said a hat is not a decoration. A hat is not a bow upon a box. A hat is an argument, my darling. A hat makes irrefutable your locks. She placed a cream pillbox upon my fingers and tilted it above a nervous eye. I saw a debutante become a someone, the kind of someone no one could deny. My first commission sold that very pillbox. She walked out straight, she walked out tall, she smiled. I watched the door swing shut behind her shoulder and thought I have been called by something mild. At Vassery's, I sold the hats, I learned the arguments. Each woman who walked in became irrefutable before she left, and that has been my sense. The hat shop on 5th Avenue, the hat shop on 5th Avenue, and every woman walked out irrefutable. I wait beside the dumbwaiter at 7. The breakfast trays come up from 40 feet. I sing my scales into the shaft while waiting. The acoustics down there simply can't be beat. A napkin came up folded with the coffee in handwriting I hadn't seen before. It said, try your B flat a half step higher. Signed, Chef Moretti Kitchen, ground floor 4. For 2 years every morning at the Dumbwaiter, we traded notes on tempo, breath, and tone. He never saw mine. We knew each other only by the phone of bone. That one again, please, on a Tuesday's order. Too fast on a napkin. with the soup. Now that's the one with the thumbs up in crayon. The best review I ever got, that troop. He retired before I got to Broadway. I never thanked him standing face to face, but every opening night I start by singing the B-flat that he fixed from far below the place. Singing in the dumbwaiter shaft, singing in the dumbwaiter shaft, and Broadway was the next stop up the line.
The 1st of September and the train is moving from Grey Isle de France into the south. My notebook empty, watercolors ready. The month ahead still waiting in my mouth. No Wi-Fi and no plans and no one calling. A house in the Lumière for 30 days. The landscape shifts from charcoal into amber as Paris slowly recedes from my gaze. And something in my shoulders has forgotten how to hold the whole weight of the year. The window fills with sunflower and cypress, and I am loosening, beginning here. When the lavender fields begin to appear now, I do not even try to hold it back. The tears come not from sadness but from freedom, the wide impossible coldness of the track. Avignon, 1 hour and a quarter, enough time for the light to do its work. I take my watercolors out and open the notebook on the life I did not shirk. September train to Avignon, September train to Avignon, and a month of golden light entirely mine. Never photograph the city's only water, the view below the railing moving slow. Amsterdam's is dark green after winter, and Prague's is olive in the August glow. In Paris I have 7 Bridgewaters collected, each one a different grey below the sky. In Florence it was gold and it was braided, in Lisbon it was silver saying goodbye. 847 photographs of rivers I have held beneath my eye. I do not know exactly what I'm searching, I only know the water doesn't lie. And then in Porto in the early August, sea. I said the water's same in every city. He said I've been collecting those like me. He held the railing, I held up the camera. He didn't ask to be included in, but there he is, reflected in the water, where Porto's river lets the sunlight in. The girl who collected bridges, the girl who collected bridges, found the same water, found a face, found love. The café at the end of the stone pier floats in September fog above the sea. 15 years of Septembers I have found it, and taken the same corner table, me. The same black coffee croissant slightly burned, the same grey water going silver white. The waiter knows my order before I sit down. He knows the second order too, by right. René the fisherman is 7 years gone. He pulled me from the water in July. I order him his coffee every autumn. The waiter brings it with a quiet eye. We set it at the empty wooden chair. I do not need to say what it is for. The sea does not ask why I keep returning. The fog does not ask what I'm grateful for. An hour by the water and I'm ready to give another year my full assent. I leave a tip for both of us, for René, and walk back off the pier. And I am meant café at the end of the pier. Café at the end of the pier. And the second cup is always full for him. was always last. The samovar of brass beside the stove. Before my mother's mother, it had stood there, a copper sun in the St. Petersburg cold. I polished it the way she used to show me, with a soft cloth moving in a slow round arc. And in the copper something rose toward me, a face I recognized out of the dark. Before the war, she's laughing at the camera, round-faced and young and unaware of grief. She doesn't know what decade is approaching. She only knows the samovar and tea. I brought it home to London in October. I set it on my kitchen windowsill. The first time that I brewed the tea inside it, the flat smelled like St. Petersburg, and still I called my friends, the ones who never met her. I brewed the tea and told her through the night how she had laughed, how she had loved the amber of autumn light on copper going bright. My grandmother's samovar, my grandmother's samovar, and she is in the room, she is in the room. His white suit hangs a little long on me. The veil is soft, the gloves are someone else's hands. I walk across the morning dew of Provence toward 20 hives I almost understand. The first frame lifts, the honey golden heavy. The bees move slow, not knowing I have changed. My hands are shaking, but the bees are steady. And something in the stillness rearranged. He never told me why he loved this work so. He only showed me how to hold the frame. And now I understand the showing matters more than any word could ever name. I pull my veil down, speak to them in French now. I tell the hives my name, I tell them who. I tell them that he's gone the way he asked me. The bees must know, he said, they'll grieve him too. way a father answers, a low and amber sound without a word. I am the beekeeper's daughter, standing in a suit too wide, and I have been heard. The beekeeper's daughter in white, the beekeeper's daughter in white, and the hive says welcome, welcome home. The borrowed pearls were cold against my color. The blue note stage was smaller than I dreamed. The piano player smiled behind his glasses, and nothing was quite exactly what it seemed. He leaned into the intro, whispered softly, "They came to hear you, that is what they want." I took the microphone with shaking fingers and let the music choose my every font. By the second bar, the room was holding its breath the way a room does when it knows something is arriving through the body that only happens when the song just goes. 3 women in the corner booth were crying. By the time I reached the bridge in song 2, a man in the back stood up, and then another, and nothing I had planned had made it through. With his card then, but what I kept was what the old man said. They came to hear you, 4 words in a whisper that I still say to myself before each thread. Blue note, 1957. The blue note, 1957. And they came to hear me after all. 6 o'clock, she opens up the shutters, her hands already knowing every stem. The root in Martyrs barely even breathing, and Madame Colette is at it again. A tulip leans too far and she discards it, without a word, without a second thought. The peonies go white into the buckets, the roses are positioned, bought and caught. A journalist with notebook and a question: what have you learned in 50 years of this? She pauses, wrist deep in the white arrangements, and says a sentence I will not dismiss. A flower does not apologize for blooming, it simply opens to the available light. Neither should you, she said, and turned the asters, and said no more, and got the angle right. Red line I've put in print so far, and every time a winter makes me smaller, I think of her and peonies and the bar. The florist en route des Martyrs, the florist en route des Martyrs, and the flowers do not apologize. The ferry left at 6 into the evening, the Volga broad and silent as a field. The villages of Russia slid beside us, their white church domes refusing to be stilled. An old man on the deck took out his instrument, a river song that had no certain name. The passengers came slowly out from cabins, and nobody spoke, and nobody came. The forests on both banks were red and golden, October doing what October does. And I had lived in Moscow for 20 autumns, and forgotten that my country looks like this. The birches caught the last of it, the daylight. The water held the sky